In today's video, I'm going to give you guys the best console champion settings, especially with this new FOV change. This is a huge change, so there's some stuff that might need to be moved around for your sensitivity, depending on what you use. We're going to get into detail with that, but be sure to leave a like on it, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, and if we get to 500 likes, I'll love you. And be sure to subscribe. We're on the grind to 40k. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Alright, with this new FOV change, this is something that is huge. I wasn't going to make just a regular settings video, but I figured I'd go over this now because a lot of people have been asking me about it. But I've been using this new FOV and it is literally amazing. For those of you who know, I have played on this FOV on PC because I was a controller PC player. And I loved it. And I'm going to give you guys a great breakdown of what you need to know about what FOV to use, as well as if you should change your sensitivity. Also, don't mind if I sound a little different. Right now, I just had surgery on my mouth, so I have a sting in the roof of my mouth. It's brutal. I know I sound even worse than I normally do, but listen, let's get into it. Alright, so right now, this is what I'm using. So for my console champion sensitivity, I'm using 35 vertical, 75 horizontal. I'm sure you guys know what I use. And then my ADS, I'm constantly, kind of moving around a little bit. I've been trying out different stuff with this new FOV change. So for those of you who know, I do play on PC with a much higher sense, but that's because I play on a stretch res, and when you play on different resolutions, it makes sensitivity feel different. But for the most part, you're stuck on 16:9, and it's something I want to go over, right? So I'm going to have a converter. I'll have it on screen. Alright, as you see here, I'm going to have a link to this down below if you want to check it out, and if you can remember what your pre-Shadow Legacy ADS sensitivity was. So if you're an OG player, and you've been using the same sense for a while, and you can remember what your old sense was before they added in all the one-time scopes, then this will be for you, and if not, then I'll go into detail about it as well. But if you do remember your old standard ADS sensitivity, you just put it in here and then put whatever FOV that you're using, and then it will give you the sensitivity that you should be using. It's a converter that was meant for PC, but now that console now has FOV, this will work for you too. I will link down below. Now, if you're someone like me who actually changed your sensitivity a decent amount, after this whole one-time scope, and you can't really use that, what I want to tell you is this, okay? So for the field of view, I use 85. Now, I've been using 90 a lot as well last night on stream, and I actually do like it. So I would say try out 85. Don't go anything below, okay? Listen, maybe like 82 and up. Use 82 and up, okay? I don't see any reason why you would not want to use anything above 82 and up, because it's going to help your recoil control. The higher FOV that you use, the easier the recoil is going to be. I did a video comparison on this. If you want to check it out, it's like a 3-year-old video. Back in the day when I first switched to PC, I did a comparison and showed that there is literally like no recoil on higher FOV. That being said, that does not mean that you need to play on 90, because when you do play on 90, it's going to affect how you see people. So there's going to be some times where you might not notice someone on a head glitch because it's 90 FOV, so it might mess you a little bit. So if you are someone like that, I would recommend trying 84 or 85 FOV. That's what I would use. Somebody told me last night on stream to try out 90, and I was like, nah, I don't like that. I can't see people. But that was because on PC I was using different, reses and stuff like that. But playing on 90 so far, I haven't noticed that too much. I like 90. That's what I'm rocking with right now, and I'm changing it back and forth. I'm trying it out. Don't have a set one yet, but I would say either use 85 to 90 in my most opinion. But if you like it lower, don't go anything lower than 82 in my opinion. I don't think you need to. I just think there's no need. Make sure you are using a higher FOV. I promise you, your aim will be a lot better. Like, a lot better. Now, the other settings don't really matter as much. Like, literally, like, it does not really matter what you use for these settings, for the console champion settings. Right now, I lowered this. Normally, I play on master volume of 80. I don't think you need it too loud. And then for audio, I use hi-fi. I don't know if night mode is better. I don't care. I use hi-fi, and everything sounds great to me. So, therefore, that's just what I use. I've seen people use night mode, though. Never seen people use TV. I don't know why you'd use that. But overall, these are my settings. Like I said, once again, field of view is huge and is very, very important. Now, when it comes to changing your sensitivity, okay, when you play on a higher FOV, your sense is going to feel slower. So like I mentioned earlier, if you're someone who can't use that sense converter, this is what I'd recommend you do. Okay, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference because you're still on 16:9 aspect ratio. So therefore, your senses need a huge difference. Like when I play on a stretch res on PC, I had to change my sense a ton because it just feels so different on a stretch res. But for this, what I might do is I might go to 40, I might go to 80, and then my ADS, I might go to 43, 45, 47, 49. By the way, I'm kind of stupid and forgot to mention, this is actually the Sens I'm using. Okay, I'm not really changing my Sens a lot because I like how it feels even on 90 FOV, even though it does feel a little slower than before. I did kind of want a little bit of a slower Sens, so I'm just going to keep my Sens the way it is. You don't have to change your Sens, by the way. I just had a lot of people telling me, like, their Sens feels weird, so that's why I'm giving you guys tips. You do not have to change it, though. If you like how it feels, don't change it. It's all optional. And just keep going up by 2, or, yeah, so for the ADS, go up by, like 3, 4, around that. And then for your horizontal and vertical, try going up 5 to try and get back to that where you were before. If that feels too fast, go down 4. If it still feels too slow, go up 10. Try out this. For the people who can't use the converter, try out by going up on your vertical and horizontal, increase it by 5. Okay? See how you feel with that on the higher FOV. If you're only going up by like a little bit of an FOV, then like you don't need to change it as much. But if you're someone who's playing on 90 FOV, you might need to change it by like 5 to 10. And try out both. I recommend going to a T-Hunt and trying out both of these. This will help you a lot. Just kind of feel out for more and see what you like. Because it does feel a little bit different. Sensitivity does feel different now that you are playing 90 FOV. This new FOV change is so good, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys have tried it out yet, but like, there's no recoil. There's actually no recoil on anything, bro. Like, let me show, look, I'm using, this is my controller, by the way, a console champion controller. I'm going to show you my controller. This is what it looks like. Let's see. Don't mind the I'm in queue. I got to get rid of that. That's for when I stream. Be sure to check out my streams as well. I stream about 8:30 EST. This is my controller. For a console champion, this is the controller I use. I lean with my top left and right paddles. I crouch with my bottom left, and I vault with my bottom right. And I have the raised analog sticks, and I do this. Literally. That is all. There is no recoil, though. Like, literally at all. So you can see, I don't do hand cams because, I don't know, this is feel weird. And that feels weird as well. Like, normally, like, watch, I'll better recoil if I sit down like this. It's resting on my lap. You see what I mean? Like, literally, it is so simple. It is so simple. Play on a higher FOV if you want no recoil. I promise you that you will feel no recoil. Everything, bro, this is the best change to console there has been ever. Like, hands down, the best change to console. And I'm so happy that they finally did this because this is why I enjoyed playing PC way more. I wish I could still have my stretch res, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be very grateful for what I have. I'm just so happy that they actually gave us FOV on console. Like, thank you. But let me know what you guys think about the FOV. Let me know what FOV you guys are using. Once again, I will have a link down below to that converter if you want to try it out, as well as let me know what you think of the new FOV changes. But that being said, have an amazing day. Much love. Leave a like. Leave a comment. I'll see y'all. Peace.